Dickson. I'm 12 years old. This is the third year in college. Perhaps you have heard of Robin. And if you have, it's always good to hear postcards again. And if you haven't, you it's a real adventure. King Arthur was a legendary figure in medieval times. We do not know if an actual Arthur existed, but it is very likely that one did. The earliest accounts we have of Arthur are from Celtic, Latin, and French resources. It was said that his father was Arthur of Pendragon, the king at that time, who was in love with the wife of the king called Maverick. Out of his love for her, he sought to help her in multiple traditions of Merlin. Merlin then changed his form to look like that of Cornwall, thus making him named Arthur. Later, Arthur grew up without knowing his real ancestry, but he proved himself rightful heir of Britain by pulling the legendary sword Excalibur to a stone, and he was crowned king. He later married a princess called Guinevere. He lived in Camelot, where he also met his knights of the Round Table. Sometime during the end of his reign, he fought a war with the great Roman emperor called Dickson. He had to stop this war, however, because he found out that his nephew, Maverick, had taken over the throne and set himself on the stage. He went back and finished the war, but Arthur was taken wounded in the process. He was then taken to Avalon, where it was said he would return to his country. Robin Hood was a dastardly outlaw who robbed the rich and gave to the poor. He would often thwart the plans of the evil sheriff of Nottingham, who was highly taxing the poor at that time. He lived in Sherwood Forest, where he also lived with his band of merry men. He had three close companions. One was Squire Tuck, who was a jolly old priest. Next was Little John, who was almost 7 feet tall and was well skilled with the bow and arrow. Then there was Maid Mary, who was a speaker. Dragons. Did you know that there's at least 3 different kinds of eastern dragons? There are many different kinds of dragons. But there are, I'll explain to you one. This one is the Western Dragon. The Western Dragon is often referred to in stories. It would steal vast amounts of gold while flying over villages. In the process, it would also destroy the large buildings so that no enemies would come back to try to take back their gold. It would live in caves where it would protect its gold if anyone should have it back. Everyone thought that its scales were impenetrable and it had no weakness. They found out that its weakness was throwing a spear down its throat. In conclusion, King Arthur was a legendary figure in medieval times. He loved his country in his time. Robin Hood was a legendary outlaw who robbed the rich and gave to the poor. And dragons were ferocious beasts that destroyed buildings and carried away vast amounts of gold in the process. Perhaps this would inspire you, not necessarily to do what they did, but perhaps to do to the poor, or to stop someone from damaging a neighbor's property, or in any way you can think of. I hope this presentation has helped you. Do the judges have any questions? Yes. The question was, which of these topics was my favorite? Well, I would say the one I've been most interested in recently, which is King Arthur, is my favorite topic at the time. Are there any other questions? No more questions.